Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm excited for this one. New format again. See if this one catches on like the other ones have. I'm really excited, though. We're going to basically preview the best quarterback matchups of the weekend. So this weekend's got a great couple matchups, bunch of duds in there. We're going to talk about which ones I'm really excited about, dive into the details, the nuance, the matchups, the play callers, all the things that I think are going to make for some great games. Let's dive into it. Welcome to the QB School. All right, as far as games this week, we got a bunch of good matchups. Quarterback-wise, specifically, I'm most excited, no doubt about it. Baltimore Ravens at Kansas City. This is going to be a matchup of two of the absolute best young quarterbacks in the league and the best quarterback in the league. Patrick Mahomes playing at a different level. The Ravens defense is good, though. We saw this matchup last year. I think this will be a little bit different of a case because Lamar Jackson is elevated his game. And so what I'm most excited about, really two things. One, it's always fun to watch Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. What did they come up with? How did they spring these talented, explosive guys on the perimeter open? And then Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, can you keep doing this? Like, is this the new you? Is this always been you? Is this just Greg Roman matched up Lamar's skill set, the offseason work to be able to throw the ball more consistently? I think that's what everybody was most nervous about with Lamar Jackson. Can he spin it at an elite quarterback level? And so far through 2 weeks, yeah, super small sample size. Yes, the Dolphins, but he looks like a better player. And so this is going to be a better opportunity, a better metric for us to be able to say, okay, is it for real? Is this something he can match? Can they go toe-to-toe? I always think of the Rams Chiefs game last year where it was battle up, back and forth, scoring. Can it be that kind of output for Lamar Jackson? Can he spin it and look like he belongs with Patrick Mahomes and what they're doing in Kansas City? I think this has got a great matchup on many levels. Patrick Mahomes has elevated his game to be able to match what they're doing scheme-wise in Kansas City, and it's special because Andy Reid's one of the best play callers in the league. He schemes people with screens, different ways to manipulate people down the field with this absolute brilliance of the arm talent, athleticism, no looks, all sorts of craziness that Patrick Mahomes does and gets away with, throws across his body that he makes look normal, that are not normal by any standard, and they stand out at the league level. And this is going to be a great matchup. I think Lamar Jackson is going to take this opportunity to really try to match wits. And so not necessarily match wits, but match their capacity to go out there and look like they belong. You know, he's heard over and over and over that he can't spin it. And so now it's not necessarily about trying to be somebody different in the pocket. It's more about finding out what the best Lamar Jackson is for the league and for the Ravens. And so Greg Roman's doing a nice job mixing in the power. I still think he hasn't run as much as he can run and will run as the season develops, as they start to mix in some more designed quarterback runs. It just adds another layer of his game that most guys don't have in the league. But Lamar Jackson spinning it, if he can come out and spin it with the accuracy and precision that he's shown in the first few weeks, this game's got a chance to be an instant classic. I mean, I'm most excited. I can't wait to see the All-22 already. It's going to be an absolute dime show. I hope that they take it to another level and they both kind of elevate each other. That's my favorite thing, is that are we seeing essentially the first of hopefully many, many matchups of these guys playing at a high level, both of them, and they elevate themselves, elevate each other to make that league kind of that much better, because there's a great young group of quarterbacks, but some of these guys need to surge into the next level, that top echelon. And so is Lamar Jackson ready to take that step? Can he put together 3 weeks in a row? Can he put together a month, a quarter of a season of great ball and then keep building off that to get into this kind of realm of Patrick Mahomes and what he did last year? So this is going to be the first one. I'm most excited about it. It's a 1:00 kick Sunday. You know, get up early, get a little bloody, and check this thing out. This is going to be a great matchup. So, number 2, most excited. I had this one circled earlier in the season, but it's kind of, I don't know if it's not quite lived up to the expectations. I think Lamar Jackson has made the other game better. But the game, Sunday Night Football, Rams at Cleveland, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Sean McVay, scheming them up. You know, I think this has the opportunity for another great quarterback matchup. I love Baker Mayfield. I'm a huge Baker Mayfield fan. I think most people who watch football are now kind of Sean McVay fans about how they go about it in LA. This is going to be another one of those classic matchups. The thing I love about this, in Cleveland, they're going to absolutely be ready to rock. My thing that's always been my thing about the Browns right now is, can they protect Baker Mayfield? Can they play well enough up front to give them a chance? Because Aaron Donald and company are coming, and then the Rams are just a deeper, better team across the board, in my opinion. But can they come out there and play like that? The thing that I love about Baker Mayfield is he always elevates, I feel like, to the moment. He's going to thrive in this type of moment and say, come get me, LA, see what you got. And they end up then being a kind of a match wits again. I love seeing the offensive explosions. Want to see both these teams succeed. Who has the ball last man scores, wins, that type of game. It's fun to see these young quarterbacks play at a really high level and compete against each other. The Rams are one of the best teams in the league. I think Dallas probably playing a little better in the first 2 weeks in the NFC, but the Rams are always have been and deserve to be the front runner with the consistency that they've put in over the last few years. And this is a great opportunity for them to go on the road, beat a good, young, talented team with the Browns, and really put the stomp down a little bit. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Baker Mayfield and company can just elevate it and are going to thrive in the moment and want this moment. They want a chance to knock off a really good team, play at a high level against these coaches and these players that have been to the bowl, come in there and really see where they're at as an organization. And so can Baker Mayfield elevate his game and match wits with Sean McVay, Jared Goff, and company on what they do offensively with the LA Rams? I think they can. I don't know if they'll be able to hang with them in the end, but I love this matchup. Just as a fan of quarterbacks, I think you're going to love to see kind of the relationship between Sean McVay, Jared Goff, how they play, communicate at the line of scrimmage, get into the best play action, squeeze formations, run. What are they going to do with Gurley? Is he on a pitch count? Are they trying to do some sort of workload management? All those things. How does that look like for what the Browns can be and how explosive they can be on offense if they can block? And what does it look like? How does OBJ and his boy act on the sideline? What happens with that interaction when the lights are on, playing LA, and it doesn't go their way? And so all those things, I think, make this game a fascinating game. I'm really excited to see both these quarterbacks play, compete against each other, see what happens, and just go from there. I think that Baker Mayfield, to me, he's one of my favorite players to watch. He's so accurate. He's so quick with his decision-making. He's able to get the ball out of his hands from the pocket. Jared Goff's a little bit different of a quarterback, really very good quarterback, smooth thrower. Again, hasn't maybe elevated to the moment and probably doesn't get as much credit as he deserves just because Sean McVay is such a great play caller and they've schemed people open so many times. But again, what does this look like when they go head-to-head? Because I remember Jared Goff last year, Patrick Mahomes, they looked like they were, when that game again on Sunday night, they looked like they were going back and forth, back and forth. I hope this has that kind of same element. Sunday night game, big game, going to be fun to watch. I'm really excited. This is going to be definitely my second favorite game of the weekend. Then my third favorite game of the weekend, quarterback-wise, is a little bit of a off on the angle. I think I could have went with a bunch of different ones here. I'm most excited to see New Orleans in Seattle for a few reasons. One, what did the Saints look like without Breeze? Obviously, Breeze is one of the best players to ever do it at that position. But Teddy Bridgewater is really good. Hill is a dynamic, unique playmaker. What are they going to do? No, they're not going to name the starter. The starter is Teddy Bridgewater. Are they going to have a package for Hill? Is he going to get more touches? Is he going to get touches on the perimeter because now he's the number 2? What does that look like? I think Sean Payton is going to take this onus as kind of say, hey, I'm an elite play caller. We're going to find packages that work for us. You couple that with the fact that they're going into Seattle, really hard place to play. Russell Wilson, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think this has the matchup potential to be a special game, kind of an out-of-the-box pick. I think what the Saints do, how they kind of come together to rally around with the situation they're in at the quarterback position, coupled by the fact that you're in Seattle, the toughest place to play in the league, in my opinion. You can't hear yourself think or breathe. What does that look like as far as execution for the Saints? And then does Russell Wilson just come out and just say, I've had enough, and play at a high elite level that he can always play at, make plays out of the pocket, all the things that he does really, really well, and got himself paid over the offseason. So that's kind of my unique take on that little thing. I love seeing how teams come together when a star or starter isn't playing. I think it goes two different ways. You either give someone else an opportunity and they take it and surge, or you give someone an opportunity and they muddle and hit the floor. And so it's an opportunity for the Saints to come together, help save their season, go on the road to a really tough environment, go in there and get a win, play well together, look at it from a unique quarterback perspective. Just from the quarterback perspective, I think anytime you're going to play two guys or potentially play two guys more than just a wildcat or a one-off snap, if you're going to give guys series or integrate them into the game plan, it starts messing with flow. You know, it starts getting on people's nerves when you got to sit on the sideline and they get cold or another guy gets hot. You're going to go with the hot hand. What's the plan with the hot hand? All those things kind of come together Coupled that with the fact that you're in a really hostile environment and that you're going on the road, you're playing against one of the best quarterbacks. The Seahawks have looked good to start the season. All those things kind of come together to make this a really unique, cool opportunity, cool thing. I think the quarterback school community is going to have fun paying attention to that game, what that looks like. I love seeing, I can only imagine Sean Payton drawing up packages for both these guys to take advantage of their strengths, their skill sets, as opposed to maybe what they would do if Drew was in the game. So again, unique quarterback school perspective. That's a game that I'm really excited to watch. So 3 really good games, 2 absolute blockbusters. I'm fired up for the Chiefs and Ravens, fired up for the Browns and Rams. Sunday Night Football, watched every snap of that one. And then, of course, the Saints in Seattle. What does that look like? What are they going to do with the quarterback position? How well does Teddy Bridgewater bounce back and play? What do they do with Hill? How dynamic can they find little packages for him to be at the quarterback position and playing wide receiver? So lots of great stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed the preview. If I didn't hit your game, let me know which one I should get the next time. Thank you so much for watching. Be a part of the quarterback school community. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend.